What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen. Today I'm back with a new video. I want to talk to you why I think UFC 292 is cursed and my scary worries about this card. And we're only at the start of fight week. Now I'm hyped for this card, obviously, but I am very worried, and I'm gonna get into that today. By the way, I just want to say rest in peace, Chris Stalker. Shout out to a real one. Big ups, Luque. I picked Luque, so add that to the list. But look, UFC 292, if you don't know, it's taking place this weekend. We've got Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. We've got Weili Zhang versus Amanda Lemos, right? Great headliners. But then you go down the card and you see all of these cancelled fights. We had Jeff Neal versus Ian Garry cancelled. We had Cody Garbrandt versus Mario Batista cancelled. I believe there was some cancellations on the prelims as well. We've got 3 prelim fights, 3 early prelim fights, right? This is a very bare bones, damaged card because of a lot of injuries, and we've lost some really exciting fights. My worry going into this card is that we are dealing with a stage 5 cursed card. We're dealing with a UFC 223 type situation, boys. Now, for those of you that don't remember UFC 223, it was meant to be Khabib versus Tony. Tony tore his knee on a fucking cable. Okay, that happens to the best of us. I tore my ACL last week on a cable. But that being said, we were supposed to get Max Holloway versus Khabib instead. Day saved, right? Then Max Holloway almost dies from a weight cut. You know, it is what it is, baby. I am in the sauna, brother. I'm trying to lose the weight, baby. You know, almost dies in a weight cut. Gets pulled from the fight. Then they want Michael Chiesa, the GOAT of welterweight, Michael Chiesa, to come in. And he gets fucking glass in his eye from Conor McGregor attacking the bus. Get off the fucking bus. Get the fuck out of the fucking bus, you little shit. You know, that whole situation, right? We end up with Al Iaquinta fighting for the lightweight belt. Of course, Khabib, my glorious king, his perfect legacy. There's nothing wrong with winning the belt off a number 11 ranked real estate agent. In fact, you want the easiest fight possible for the most amount of legacy without any sort of strategy. So you really want to fight the worst competition possible, and Khabib did a masterful job of doing that, as he always does, and ended up fighting for the belt. My point with that anecdote is I can see UFC 292 falling apart. Like I said, we're at the start of fight week, dude. It's Tuesday for me. It's Monday for you guys when I'm recording this. It's going to be a day later. The featured fight is Neil Magny, bro. Like, we're in trouble, dude. If one more fight falls apart, this card is fucked. They're trying to add fights to this card the week of, right? Like I said, we've got 3 prelims, 3 early prelims. My worry is with these 2 main events, right? Weili Zhang versus Amanda Lemos. If that's gone, this card is done, right? But Aljamain Sterling, one thing I do want to say, sorry, Aljamain Sterling was talking a lot about injuries heading into this fight, more than usual. Now, Aljo does this great salesmanship strategy. He's really good at selling his fights. He basically says he doesn't want to do the fight. He's not going to make weight. He's injured. He shouldn't even be fighting. He's probably going to lose every single time and then comes out and wins. It's a weird strategy he does. It's almost like LeBron-esque. But he does it every single time. And going into this fight, he was saying something about, dude, my leg is sore to the touch. I hope this doesn't affect my training camp. I want to do the fight, right? Sean O'Malley's and Dana White are basically like, this fucking guy, he has to show up. That's it. Like, you're showing up. That's it. So my worry is that Aljamain Sterling pulls out this week and we get Marlon Vera versus Sean O'Malley, because hear me out, dude. Marlon Vera has so much Dana White privilege and no one fucking talks about it. Everyone likes to talk about O'Malley's Dana White privilege. Marlon Vera has had easy fucking fights the whole way up, right? Was meant to fight fucking Henry Cejudo in this card. Keep in mind, Marlon Vera is coming off getting 50-45 by Corey Sandhagen in his last fight. Absolutely does not deserve like a top level competition. And for some reason, he was going to get the guy that just fought for the belt. He was going to get a title elimination bout off a loss. And nobody, like, what the fuck? But Sean O'Malley has Dana White privilege. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely insane. This fight makes way more sense against Pedro Munoz. And by the way, I think Pedro Munoz is going to win that, but I'm going to do my predictions later this week. But can you not just see somehow, some way the UFC gets Sean O'Malley this belt? I can see either some random doctor's stoppage and Sean O'Malley wins the belt in a bullshit way, or Aljamain Sterling pulls out with an injury and somehow we get Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera for the belt. Because remember, Aljamain Sterling has said, regardless of what happens in this fight, he's going up to featherweight next. I can see a world. This is how fucked up and how worried I am about this card. I can see a world where Aljamain Sterling pulls out of this fight or gets injured or something and doesn't make the fight, because the whole narrative has been, is he going to make this fight? Is this too soon for him, right? Imagine a world where he pulls out We get Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera for the belt. And Sean O'Malley beats, obviously, I think he beats Marlon Vera. He's way more prepared for this fight, for a 5-rounder, for a title fight, blah, 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 right? Imagine a world where Sean O'Malley gets to fight Marlon Vera for the belt, wins the belt, Aljo goes up to featherweight, and Sean O'Malley is the champion of the UFC without having to actually beat the champion. I can see it happening, dude. I can see this fucking scenario happening, dude. Why am I so worried that Sean O'Malley's somehow going to get the belt and not deserve it? Ian Garry is going to have like a terrible performance, or he's going to get decisioned by Neil Magny somehow. Lemos will just randomly KO Weili Zhang. You know what I mean? Like, how can I see this card somehow being fucking cursed as hell? Like, why can I see Chris Weidman breaking his leg again? You know what I mean? I don't know, boys. That's just my kind of thoughts on this card. Let me know what you guys think, bro. Like, do you feel like this card is cursed already? Because we already lost Cody Garbrandt, right? He was going to be the saving grace. We already lost Jeff Neal. And now I have this weird feeling that the card is just going to fall apart even more. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Am I crazy? Like, can you guys see this shit? I can vividly fucking picture Aljo pulling out like 3 days before in the UFC. He's like, oh, we're going to book Marlon Vera for the title. Like, I can see this being like a 279 type thing. It's already falling apart. I can see it getting even worse somehow. But listen, dude, I don't know. That's just a random thought that came into my head. I wanted to make a video about it just to be like Mystic Mac in case that fucking happens, dude. You know me, guys. I'm the best predictor. I'm the best editor on YouTube. So my next video, I'm going to do my full 292 card predictions for UFC 292 O'Malley versus Vera. It's going to be a great card, you know. Co-main event, we're going to get Weili versus Neil Magny. It's going to be an awesome fight. So let me know who you guys think is going to win those fights down below. Let me know what you think of my conspiracy theory as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you think I'm fucking crazy? I want to hear your thoughts on this whole cursed card down below. And what do you think the UFC can add to this card to make it better? Is it unsavable at this point? Are we just going to have to live with like a UFC 289 quality card? Let me know down below, boys. I want to hear all your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for my full 292 predictions. I'm the best predictor on this shit, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. That's the last time you're going to doubt my husband, all right? I'm the best, all right? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA, because I got to spar with Sean Strickland and I chinned him before his fight against Izzy. So let me know what you guys think. See you in the next video. Goodbye.